Order. We have completed the ministerial statement. We are now going to the Committee of Supply to debate the estimates. I've revised the commencement time of the Committee of Supply to start immediately. With the change in commencement time, the revised guillotine time for Head W, Ministry of Transport, is 2:10 p.m. Honourable members will be notified of the revised conclusion times for the subsequent heads of the expenditure. Orders for the day.
Item 1, resumption of the Committee of Supply to consider the estimates for the financial year 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2022.
Head W, Ministry of Transport, Mr. Saktiandi Supaat.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that the total sum to be allocated for Head W of the estimates to be reduced by $100. It did not seem so long ago that peak hour congestion on our public transport was a common grouse among commuters, and it has actually increased now, peak hour congestion. Over the course of a year, COVID-19 pandemic has dealt us a vastly different set of challenges as a result of reduced ridership and changing travel patterns. Earlier this month, the LTA revealed that the average daily ridership for buses and trains had hit an 11-year low, falling by 34.5%. Whether demand for public transport services will rebound remains to be seen. But in Singapore, public transport remains the cleanest way to move large masses of people around. It builds the foundation of our car-like vision. According to a recent report by the Institute of Policy Studies, our citizens are increasingly taking an interest in environmental issues and prioritizing them among their key concerns, even above economy and jobs. We must capitalize on this opportunity and include greener transport in our 2040 vision. But we also need a transport system that is affordable for all and sustainable to run. Barring environmental benefits, the changing patterns of travel poses a conundrum. As of July 2020, all bus services were already operating in the red. Even before the pandemic struck, just 3% of bus services here were able to generate enough fare revenue to cover operating costs. The trains are not doing better. In May last year, then Transport Minister Mr. Koh Boon Wan shared that rail operators were already making losses before the pandemic struck. This has given rise to concerns about the economic viability of our public transport industry. I think it is timely for all stakeholders, Singaporeans and MOT, to discuss and address this issue over time, especially so now in this new normal environment. Over the years, our public transport network has grown increasingly sophisticated and integrated. The fares follow an integrated distance-based structure. Commuters are making more transfers during trips, but the trips are shorter. Travel time has also reduced drastically. Now there are many integrated routes to get to your destination. The average fares are lower, especially for bus trips. In previous fare review exercises, the actual fare increase was found to be less than that determined by the current fare adjustment formula. This has had an adverse impact on the financials of the industry, as the additional fare revenue could never fully compensate for cost increases in operations. Despite the dip in ridership, service capacity and headways must be preserved to ensure safe distancing measures can be practiced. The introduction of additional disinfection procedures, protection equipment and safe distancing personnel only lead to increased costs. Of course, we must also factor in maintenance costs as our rail and bus system ages. But as we embrace these changes, are these financially sustainable on the current operational model? What is worrying is that in most discussions on sustainability now, the emphasis has been on environmental sustainability. The neglect of financial sustainability has been an important omission. Improving the financial sustainability of public transport would help to realize potential environmental and social benefits of public transport, since it would make expanded public transport service more affordable, both for the governments who provide it and for the passengers who use it. Germany and the US offer interesting contrasts in the financial sustainability of our public transport. Over the past decades, Germany has improved its public transport services, increased productivity, reduced costs, cut subsidy requirements, and attracted more passengers. American public transport systems have improved and expanded services, but at a far higher cost, requiring much larger government subsidies and attracting fewer additional riders. In Singapore's case, are we at risk of skewing towards the American trajectory? Can the Minister explain the viability of our current fare model subject to our government budget constraints going forward? We need to strike a balance between ensuring financial sustainability for operators while keeping fares affordable in this difficult climate and maintaining the quality of service and ease of access to areas which are far from transport nodes. Can we also explore ways to maximize even more non-fare revenues from ads and retail business, property rentals, and other value capture mechanisms such as click and collect at transit stations? Can we also explore other financing options such as private investments? But we need also to focus on encouraging higher usage of public transport. I have a few suggestions. First, can we encourage transport operators to explore a new integrated mobility ticket or enhance our existing offerings by providing free access to all transit services, including reduced rates for taxis, car sharing services, and rental cars, as well as discounts for other services such as bicycle maintenance and travel information services. Second, can we also explore linking e-tickets for large events such as professional soccer games and music concerts, generally also serving as transit tickets to access and leave the venue at no extra charge. Third, we should ensure existing feeder bus routes are efficiently linked to different MRT rail nodes, especially the new ones. Fourth, to ensure fares are affordable for financially needy commuters, I would like to suggest we ensure fare concessions are extended to also assist adult learner students who may have stopped work or are increasingly going back to night or part-time school to upgrade their skills. No matter the funding sources employed to cover public transportation costs, it is crucial that transport authorities find the right balance between efficient and affordable prices and the financial sustainability of the system. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.